doing this pruning here has worked out the best, and we've gotten the biggest yields so far.
We're here near Mount Vernon, Missouri, near the Southwest Center. And this is Andy Ball, a local farmer.
Soybean and corn.
And you decided, you needed something a little different, right?
Indeed, indeed. We took a hay field here, and this is about a little over 15 acres. And we thought, we got to try to do something to generate a new crop. And so with one of our other companies that we work with, planted all this in elderberries.
So you have 15 acres of elderberries.
Yeah, about 13,000 plants.
Oh my goodness, 13? You had to plant each one of these by hand, didn't you?
Someone did. We had a machine that kind of helped us along. These guys
wow. And that's about, what, 4 years ago, you said?
Uh-huh.
4 years ago, wow. And how did you come upon elderberries? What made you want to go to elderberry?
Well, actually, the people that we're tied in with dealers, they came and talked to us, a while ago and said, brought this idea to us, and we were looking for an alternative crop to put in, and it just kind of made sense. And we started thinking about it because we thought of other ideas too, and thought, well, let's give it a shot. Why not? Why not?
And did having the research here at the Southwest Center help with that?
Yeah, we talk to them all the time, and quite a bit actually, and so we're always talking to them about varieties and things to do and what we can do to get the most out of our product here. So they help us quite a bit.
So having Andy Thomas right here,
oh yeah,
that had to help so much just the troubleshooting.
Oh yeah, we talk to Andy all the time, and so sometimes he sees us coming. He's like, "Well, what are they going to come up with now?" But we always we're just curious about what should we be doing, and we've talked to a lot of the people over at the research center, and they've given us a lot of help, a lot of guidance.
And having those varieties tested there at the Southwest Center helps a lot too.
Oh yeah.
You know which one to choose.
Oh yeah, we'll go up there and walk through the field there and look at different varieties and see what's working for them too. Yeah.
And your other partners, the other folks that grow elderberries, do the same thing, don't they?
I'm sure they do. Yes, I'm sure they
come
do.
and pull that information out.
Yeah.
And it's just not you plant them and let them grow. It's a lot of management.
No, it really is. I mean, we just finished pruning this field here. Then we water them and fertilize them through the barn over there.
All right.
And so we'll do one in the spring heavy, and then when we put them to bed in the fall, we'll hit them again for the roots. Yeah.
So not only is Andy Thomas like Patrick Byers, I know he's done a lot of work with this covers the basics because wow, how much to fertilize.
Yeah.
When to prune, how much to prune.
Exactly.
I know if I prune something, it's always I got to take it past where I want to stop.
Well, we've tested with that too, and talked to the research center too, and we've taken some where we've taken them to the ground, and some we prune up, and we've found doing this pruning here has worked out the best, and we've gotten the biggest yields so far.
How many years did it take before you started to get a marketable crop from when you planted?
Second year light, and then our third year.
Wow, so that's really pretty quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Versus like an apple or something like that would take several years.
Yeah, we last year we pulled over 8,000 pounds of berries off the field.
Wow.
And hopefully this year we think it's going to be better.
And each year for several years, it's going to keep going up.
Right, yes.
Wow. And, and maybe some of the things that Andy and Patrick have looked at, you get to choose because it has to fit your field too.
We found that to be true too, because we've looked at varieties up there and even the differences in the fields. And then right now we're in the process of trying to do some soil samples, and we're working with the university on that too to determine what we need to be putting into the soil.
Because you're on creek bottom here.
We are.
Where
yes.
Andy's a little bit more on the up
on the top.
So that could be a little bit of difference too. So Andy's probably learning from you.
Well, I hope so, but we always tell them they're always welcome. We always like to see them. If they want to come in, we're always excited to see them come in because they can only give us some suggestions on what to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is a native fruit.
Yes, yes.
And that's what's exciting. It's native to Missouri.
Yes.
I know I was telling others about it. I said, oh, you mean that berry that grows in the ditch or on the fence row? I said, yeah.
That's the one.
But it also can, it's got a lot of nutritional value to it.
Yes, it does.
And you all are going in with others to market some products.
Right, yes we have. We come up with our new soda. It's called Elderberry.
Elderberry.
That's it.
And it's elderberry.
It is. It's an elderberry soda. And it's, we spent about a year coming up with the product itself, and then it's got a little bit of ginger, a little bit of lemon, and our daily supply of elderberry in it, and
so there's a daily that person needs for good health.
Yes, and that's your tablespoon of elderberry.
Of the juice itself,
yes,
tablespoon, and each soda has one of those.
Right. Yes.
Wow. And are there other products that you're working on too?
Well, our neighbors that we're tied into, they have a bunch of different products too with them also. And we've talked about adding another soda drink. We haven't come up with it yet, but hopefully here in the years to come, there'll be more products too.
Because that's the key to a specialty crop like elderberries.
Sure.
You can't really stand alone because you can't produce enough.
No.
Even 13 acres or so, you still need, or 13,000 plants, you still need to go with other people. And the university can help you with that too.
Well, exactly. And our hope is to draw everyone else that's growing elderberries, that we can utilize their products too and sustain everybody. So,
you know, value added, that's the fallacy sometimes that we have with our commodity crops, is that we don't get to value add them ourselves.
Sure, yeah. That's something we're excited to come up with a drink product, and then we keep thinking, okay, what else can we do? We got to keep making products so we can sell it to the public, and then hopefully they recognize the importance of elderberry in their daily lives.
Right. And the public likes it because it's native plant.
Sure. Yeah.
Even though these are varieties, they all just derive from those wild grown elderberries that the breeders like Andy and others have selected, and then it's locally grown.
Yeah. And talking to Andy here, we're excited. Hopefully we're going to come up with some other varieties, because we have other areas in the field we want to try to test on some of those too.
Now, you talked about pruning. 13,000 plants. Was that by hand?
Yes, it's all by hand.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, all by hand. Well, we're fortunate, and we have a very strong Amish community over here, and they always enjoy coming over and giving us a hand. So and they help us with the picking too.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Because you can direct them how you want it pruned, and then turn them loose on it.
And turn them loose, and they do a very good job. Very good job. Yeah.
Would you say elderberry is an easy crop to grow?
Well, it's much more detailed than we originally thought. You know, we retired, all of the three brothers that do this. We retired thinking, okay, this is going to be pretty easy. We didn't realize that
so Jay and I shouldn't get into this.
Not unless you have a lot of grandkids that are ready to come and support it.
That's the problem. Grandkids.
That's right.
And after about 30 minutes, they will do something else.
That's right. That's right.
Well, thanks, Andy. Anything else you want to? Just look for the markets and really rely on our universities to help us with the growing, and also we have opportunities to help with marketing too. Right,
and that's the big thing we're interested in right now is the marketing aspects of it, you know, and the varieties too, because we're looking at new varieties. That it's interesting the way these two sides of these fields are. This is Yorks, and they come in earlier than the Pocahontas over there, so we're not inundated with the entire field coming and maturing at one time.
Sure.
We have this half here, and then when we get done, it's time to do the other side. So it works well with us. And so we're trying to get varieties that don't all come out at the same time.
And an improvement, maybe sometimes you'll get more that are better juicers than others, but so there's still a long ways to go for the universities to help develop varieties.
And that's one of the things with the Buehlers right now, because they juice our berries, and so they're looking at varieties that get them the better yields on the juice. And so that's interesting too.
Is there use then for the pulp when the juice?
And that's something that they're looking at also, trying to do utilize the pulp for other products too.
So that's kind of like you go back to George Washington Carver, with the peanut.
Right.
Then you got to find some more uses for it, and you got a great use for the juice.
Exactly.
Now the pulp, and that's a great collaboration between the universities and the farmers.
And they're looking at feed products for the pulp too. So that might be something.
Oh, livestock feed.
Yeah. They're using it for the chicken feed right now. So
really,
All right.
Well, thank you so much, Andy.